This is why we're so perky. We've just had 2 weeks off. We're like buzzing.
And that's why we needed you more than ever. Ladies and gentlemen, live on Capital Radio, Ed Sheeran's here, everyone. Ed, people have been getting in touch at Capital London using hashtag Ed on Capital. And this was one question we got from Candela. And she says, Ed, would you rather have eyes for fingers or fingers for eyes? Imagine your eyeballs like scraping down the strings of a guitar, though.
Yeah, and I'm sure you'd have some like dodgy moments if you had eyes for fingers as well.
You mean when you go, you do the surgery and stuff as a doctor?
No, but even if you're just eating a burger and you're just getting covered in like ketchup.
So to answer Candela's question, you're thinking, because of ketchup coverage, you're thinking that you would probably have fingers for eyes.
Yeah.
Then you could play the guitar with your eyes, which would be quite cool.
That would be quite cool, yeah.
I don't know if that would work. It'd be like headbanging with your face a bit like Jimi Hendrix kind of style.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really, really odd question for this early in the morning.
Yeah, you got it. He's here. He's co-hosting the show. Hashtag Ed on Capital. Coming up for you next, more of your questions. And we're going to be talking to Ed about everything. We want to talk about your year off. We want to talk about the brilliant new music. We want to congratulate you on being Vodafone Big Top 40 #1 and 2, Ed.
How cool is that?
Bravo, my friend.
Hit music. Capital Breakfast.
Morning. Coming up, Ed Sheeran's here this morning. He's live on the show. Morning, Ed.
Right.
Come on, Ed. Come on.
I'm good. I exercised this morning.
Did you? What did you do?
What? Already?
New Year's resolution. I did 10 minutes on a cross trainer.
How was it?
Horrible. Horrible.
You know-
But I got a cat. That literally, if you like, you feed the cat morning and night. But obviously, I was up early, so I'm doing the cross training, and I've just got the cat sitting in front of me.
Oh, a real cat?
Yeah, just staring at me,
Judging you.
No, but just logging, just being like, "Where's my food? Where's my food?"
Cats are so judgy, aren't they?
Yeah, little furry personal trainer's the last thing you need that early in the morning, Ed.
What music do you listen to when you're exercising?
So there's no internet in my house at the moment, so I can't actually. There's no way of.
Is that choice?
No, it just shut off, and then we rung them up, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll send someone round." And this was like a month ago. And we keep ringing up, and
Well, listen, if that makes you feel better about yourselves on a Monday morning, even Ed Sheeran can't get somebody to come round and fix his Wi-Fi.
You don't know how much you need internet. I went out to Vodafone and bought one of those Wi-Fi dongles, so I'm like, all right, but like, yeah, it's.
But we're going to talk about this, but you kind of famously took a year off from kind of social media and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So when you get back home and you're on the cross trainer, you want some Wi-Fi, right? You've
think
earned
so.
your right to get back online.
I think so, yeah. But then you what I've learned about not being on social media is my brain actually has switched on again, and I'll start thinking. I'm like, you know, when you're like waiting for someone at a pub or something like that, and you instantly go to your phone and start flicking through stuff.
Yeah.
Now I like sit there, and then I'm like, oh, I'm actually thinking about things. This is really
I
interesting.
might go and read that book that I've had on that shelf for a few years.
I did actually read the book.
With me, Dave Berry, George and Lila,
What's
of
up?
course, and co-hosting the show this morning, Ed Sheeran, everybody.
You're going to get a clap every time we come on air.
Oh, yeah.
Bright in here. It's good.
Yeah, there's a lot of light bulbs in here.
Makes you feel awake.
You ever seen Star Trek?
Yeah.
You know, like
It's
when
similar.
in the Enterprise, like the front, it's like literally like that.
But it's all new. It's all new and clean and not
Shiny.
Not that it wasn't clean before, but it does feel futuristic. And
No,
new.
this is the bridge of the Enterprise. You're absolutely right. Welcome to our
bridge,
spaceship,
the
Ed.
bridge.
Now, we've got lots of fun and games coming up over the next couple of hours. We know that you love that here on the show.
Yeah.
But first, let's start talking about the music. Congratulations on making history.
Yes.
The Vodafone Big Top 40's '1 and 2 in the same week.
That's amazing.
How does it feel
Well
to be
done.
back in the UK with new music?
Great. You know, I've been sitting on the music for a while. It was meant to come out in September, and then like loads of people just started releasing new music, and it just felt a bit cluttered, and I wanted to wait for all of that to clear. So I've been waiting to release it I mean, the videos have been done for a while. The music's all kind of been mixed and mastered for a while. The album cover's been done, and I'm glad to finally get to press the button on it.
We're all glad that you finally got to one.
Yeah.
We've missed you. What did you miss most about being away, though?
Playing live.
Yeah.
Playing live. I found myself like it was good to have a year off and refresh, but I found myself like mid last year being a bit down and being like, why am I down? Like what am I missing in my life? Like I had like all my friends, like it was all fine, and then I was like, I haven't been on stage in like 8 months. And
Do you then get tempted at that stage to maybe go and find a little kind of bar or a little club somewhere and just get the guitar out?
Impromptu gig in Thailand.
No, I just used to pick up a guitar in my kitchen and sing for like 2 hours a day. Like,
To the cats?
Just like literally just if I was on my own, I'd just pick my guitar up and just to have some sort of small buzz from that. But yeah, and then I did a show for East Anglian Children's Hospice in November, and the buzz has been back since then.
Oh, how lovely. That's a nice thing to do.
What can you tell us about the new album, Divide?
12 songs and 16 on deluxe, and these 2 songs are not a representation of how it sounds like they're. But the point of how different they are is the representation. The reason I wanted to release 2 that were very different was to show that the album's going to be quite eclectic. Like it's not. I didn't want to release Castle on the Hill and people would be like, oh, he's made a U2 record, or release Shape of You and be like, oh, he's made like a Tropical House record. I wanted to sort of...
Is that why you released them both at the same time?
Yeah, well, I mean, the reason I released them both at the same time really was like... people hear the name Divide and they're like, oh, that's quite a like negative album cover, like, are you dividing your fan base? And so I was like, I wanted to make it clear that both songs were like that was the point of the album.
So what is it with all these mathematical symbols? Because like we have a theory. Is it because you had a crush on your maths teacher at school?
No, it's not.
Oh, Miss Johnson, she was so hot.
No, it was just a part of me that was like, I know no one's done this before, and I know no one's going to do it if I do it, and I like... When you see a divide symbol or a multiply symbol or a plus symbol in the charts, you're like, oh, that's it.
Well, multiply was the one. When you saw that big like X on that green, it was like so like visually impactful.
Weirdly enough, that wasn't meant to be the album cover. That was the placeholder for iTunes while the album cover was getting done, and then we just kept it.
I used to do graphic design at uni, and I was just like,
here we go. I knew another graphic design story from George.
He'll hand you a card in a minute. Just contact me for the next one,
for the next album, just so you know where I am.
You know, I've got that hanging on my wall at home.
What, the plaque?
When you achieve like 40 trillion downloads or whatever it was, I got sent a plaque by your record label.
I thought you meant my business card.
Oh, no, that's pinned to the fridge in case I need some last minute graphic design, George. Now, we are going to be playing the new tunes here. We're going to be talking to you about music and a lot more. But right now, as co-host, well, it's time for you to do one of the biggest things you can ever do on a radio show, which is the weather. George, have you got it for...
There you go.
How's it looking out there?
Cold and a bit breezy and showers for... I don't want to read this negative. Can't I just say it's going to be sunny?
Well, you can't change the weather.
Contrary to popular belief, they don't actually decide what the weather is.
No, but sometimes with the weather, like, people say it and then it's not. So I'll just say, I mean, it might be cloudy and a bit breezy and showers for London today, heights of 11. It might be, but I'm saying it's going to be really sunny, so get your deck chairs out and your barbecue.
Highs of 34 degrees. Now, would you also do us the honour of introducing the next tune in your best radio DJ voice? We've got The Weeknd featuring Daft Punk and Starboy. Do you want to give it a little go? Go on, here we go.
You've just done it, but yeah. This is the Capital Breakfast Show. Ed Sheeran on co-host, and this is The Weeknd featuring Daft Punk, Starboy.
He's already better than the three of us. This is bad. Monday morning, I'm Dave, that's George, that's Lila.
What's up?
And our special guest co-host this morning, here till 9 o'clock, is Mr. Ed Sheeran. Hey, Ed.
Hello.
So, Ed, people have been tweeting us in their thousands, hashtag Ed on Capital.
And it is trending.
Yeah,
it is. Someone who tweeted us called Lewis. He's on the phone right now to speak to you. Good morning, Lewis.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, Ed.
Hey, Lewis, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. Where are you from?
I'm from Manchester, which I cannot tell you how long I've waited for this.
Lewis, it's great having you on the show. Have you got a question for Ed? What would you like to know? How can Ed help you?
I'd like to know... what are you most excited for this year, and what aftershave do you wear?
It's a double header of a great question, Ed. Thank you, Lewis.
I wear Paco Rabanne, million. Because I got given it when I was like 17 or 18, and I just started wearing it, and then I realised it was quite pricey, so I stopped wearing it for a bit, and then started again recently.
I love the fact when you said Paco Rabanne, Lewis went, always. That's the only one.
And then this year, I'm really excited for the album to come out, to be honest. Like, the reaction to these songs has been pretty mental, but these aren't the best songs. Like, the best, there's like 5 other tunes on the album that I think are much better than this, so I'm very excited to see.
You kind of made my job a little bit difficult now, Ed, because I was going to say, coming up, we've got Ed Sheeran, Castle on the Hill. Not as good as anything on the album, but we're going to play it here on Capital Breakfast. Lewis, thank you very much indeed for your call. Ed is sticking around. Cheers, my man. Thank you.
Capital.
Ed Sheeran's with us this morning. Now, if you search out Capital London on Facebook, you will now see our Facebook Live video of a wig. It's hidden somewhere in London near our studio here in Leicester Square. If you can figure out where it's hidden, get down there, put it on. It's your chance to come to the studios this morning, because Ed's going to be here till 9. You can ask Ed a question.
What colour is this wig?
We had this conversation with the production team.
Pink.
It's kind of red.
It's a pinky red.
You're trying to change things for gingers, man. You're just bringing us back 10 years.
Well, it was Hannah's idea, producer Hannah's idea, and she is a flame-headed beauty herself. So it's okay. It's okay. You can come to the studio. Ed might even get his guitar out. You can ask him a question, as we say. Just search out Capital London on Facebook. Right now, Lila, how's it looking out there?
Well,
Wigs aside.
There is a little bit of a tube.
Today, drizzly as well. Highs of that girl from Stranger Things.
11.
11.
Yes.
It's going to be windy as well. Our co-host this morning, Mr. Ed Sheeran, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Ed.
Do I get a clap every single time?
Yeah.
I like this.
And I give you a woo, too.
No, I like it.
Lila gives you a woo.
Keep it going. So.
You know you've made it.
She woos along.
Now, Ed, we're about to play your brand new single, Castle on the Hill, the Vodafone Big Top 40 #2.
Yes.
Did you write this whilst missing home? Because we know that it's a kind of ode to your hometown.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I still live in my hometown, so I don't miss it that much because I'm there quite a lot. But it was at a point where I had been on tour for about 4 or 5 months, and I was missing it. But yeah, it was, the reaction to it with all my friends. I went to a house party with all my Suffolk mates on Saturday, and they were all like buzzing off it, which was nice.
Oh, that is good.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished. Tick.
Yeah, definitely.
So, was the whole of Divide written during your year off, or was some of it before?
I did. I actually finished it in the summer, and then I scrapped 7 songs because I knew I could do better.
Where have they gone?
Can I have one?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Can I?
You're just chucking them around.
Did one of them get to Matt Terry?
No, that was a warm-up song. That was I was going into a session to record a song, and I was with Amy, who I did Thinking Out Loud with, and I was like, should we just write a Christmas song?
Just quickly.
Just see, and then a week later, he and the two other finalists had recorded it, and then a week later it came out. It was the quickest turnaround.
Do you think it would have gone to #1 if you'd released it and not Matt Terry?
I think it definitely would have gone to #1 if the charts was still the same way, because they release on a Sunday night, so technically it starts Monday, and then they've only got 4 days of sales. The charts are now moved to Friday. The charts used to run Sunday to Sunday, and it was actually the biggest selling song that week.
Thank you very much.
But because of the streams and everything that involved from the Friday to Friday, it kind of got cannibalised, so it lost 3 days of sales.
Well, Ed, it was a lovely addition to the kind of the pantheon of Christmas ditties that we had.
I really like it.
Whilst we're on this subject, my band Union J, have you got it all? Do you remember, I think it was one of the balls, you came into the dressing room and you were like, guys, I'm so sorry, because You Got It All would have been #1 if it wasn't for the first week that streaming and everything had come into play. So Thinking Out Loud had another week at #1.
I thought there was some tension over here, but I'm working out now.
I had that with two quite good friends of mine, the rappers Krept and Conan, and their album came out the week I was doing Wembley, and my album hadn't been selling that much, but because of Wembley there was a massive influx, and they missed out on #1 by a couple of thousand sales as well. So there are certain things that...
How do you sleep at night, Ed? When will you let the others have a go?
That actually did upset me, because I really, really liked them, and I was on the album as well, so I wanted to have another. It
was okay, because I went to bed at night. I was like, okay, we didn't get #1, but Ed Sheeran came in and said sorry. So
balance out. Now listen, in Castle on the Hill, this is one of the lyrics. Now, have you seen the tweet?
Kilometres per hour, I would like to point out.
Oh, okay. Because you must have seen the tweet from Sergeant Chris Harris of the Norfolk and Surrey's Road Policing Unit, who says, at Ed Sheeran, I know that you want to get home, but please slow down on the hashtag Suffolk Roads, hashtag Welcome Back Ed, hashtag Driving at 90, hashtag Castle on the Hill. Anything you'd like to say, maybe even an apology to Sergeant Harris?
Kilometres per hour.
What does that translate to?
It's about 50 miles an hour.
Yeah, much more sensible speed.
You didn't really want to get home, did you?
I could have just said it was 19, which, you can't drive faster than 19 on those roads. They're so windy. They're so you're literally driving at 19 miles an hour trying to get home.
So effectively, Sergeant Harris, you misheard the lyric. It's 19.
No, it is 90, but it was more.
I'm trying to help you out here.
It was more listening to stuff like Jimi Hendrix, Crosstown Traffic, when he's like 90 miles an hour, go that speed I drive. Like the whole song was like me just being influenced by a lot of stuff that I grew up with.
Well, why don't we hear the whole thing in its entirety? Would you do us the honour of introducing it on the show, please?
This is Ed Sheeran on the Capital Breakfast Show, and this is Castle on the Hill.
Nicely done. 7:41 is the time, and co-hosting the show this morning, we couldn't be happier. Ed Sheeran's here, everybody. There's that round of applause you crave.
You've got your own tea mugs.
Cool,
Really cool.
Global have embossed everything that can be embossed. We've got G-shirts, we've got G-cups.
G-shirts?
Yeah, we've got the whole lot. We're not messing around here in Leicester Square, Ed. Don't you worry about that. Now, listen, you guys have been getting in touch at Capital London using hashtag #EdOnCapital. Thank you for all your questions.
Actually, hashtag EdOnCapital is trending. Georgia Treadgold has said, hashtag Castle on the Hill. Ed Sheeran, you've made such a comeback with this song. I love it.
Thank you very much.
And Sia Papa says, hashtag #EdOnCapital. Sia Papa. Ed, can you tell us a secret?
Wow, just as simple as that from Sia. Love that.
What's the secret?
Give us a secret.
Well, actually, we were just talking about it. No one knows, but I have 2 more cats in my life.
What are they called?
Dorito and Calippo.
And they're sisters.
They are sisters, and they were they're really cute. They sleep on my chest and on my thighs because they like my body warmth. So I wake up. I wake up every morning with two cats on me.
Oh, that's nice.
Are they named after your favourite foods or something?
No, I was literally I'm going to get 2 cats, and one's going to be called Sean Paul, and one's going to be called Blue Cantrell.
We love Sean Paul.
But imagine having two cats, Sean Paul and Blue Cantrell. So every time you'd say it, you go Sean Paul and Blue Cantrell. And then I went to go and see them, and I was like, they don't look like Sean Paul or Blue Cantrell.
No.
And Dorito's this little ginger cat with pointy ears, and I was like, she looks like a Dorito. And then Calippo, Calippo's just a bit. She's a bit.
She makes you melt.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to call my cat if I ever get one, Shawnee Paul, just as a tribute to you. That's such a good idea.
Have you ever gone on Facebook and typed in Shauna Paul?
No,
because there's loads of them
doing it now.
Loads of
That's what we're doing. Ed, let's talk very briefly about the video. You were saying that the video for Shape of You involves you shirtless. You're topless.
but not
you're flexing. You're what?
Not in a like Justin Bieber walking out of the sea kind of way. It's like it's a kind of like quite a gritty. You likened it to Snatch. It's the
Guy Ritchie movie,
yeah. But it has a very comedy ending. It's like really serious, and then the last 30 seconds you're like, what the hell is going on here?
Is it boxing now? Are you boxing in it?
Well, no, I'm not. But you think that I am going to be.
I see.
And then what I'm actually doing is a bit more weird. But
I'm not sure what gritty topless is, but I'm excited to see it.
You're about to find out.
No, but you know what? They were filming it, and they were getting me like I'm not a very like healthy, fit individual. And they're like, right, we're going to do like these pull-ups, and I was like, I can literally do 1 pull-up, and they were making me do like 6 or 7 in a row while filming me. And then what was the other one? I had to like do that, you know, with the ball where you chuck the ball.
Oh, the medicine ball when you bring it around,
and then sit-ups, and I was just dead by the end of it. Dead.
At least with video, they can repeat it loads, so it looks like you did it way more
No,
times.
because I spent a whole day doing these things, and then I watched the video back, and it's literally like a two-second clip of like one of them. But they had a Buffalo Wild Wings. I don't know if you know this place, but it's just like boneless wings en masse. You can order like 50 at a time. It was next to the place we're filming it, so I just went there every day.
That sounds like a good gym routine.
The video, it should be out soon. I got the final cut of it. I think, I think within the next couple of weeks.
We're looking forward to it.
But there are 2 videos coming out.
Okay, cool. Are you going to release them at the same time?
Yeah, and the Castle on the Hill video, all the kids, all the people casting it went to my high school, and they were in my sixth form.
That's amazing.
It's filmed all in my area. It's really cool.
We're looking forward to both the videos. Playing for you next on Capital Breakfast, it seems only fitting. Sexual Naked coming next.
Capital Breakfast.
In the whole show was meant to be here at 7, but got here at 22 instead of sitting in the green room. Why not just come on air?
Yeah. Well, it makes more sense, doesn't it?
Well, we couldn't be happier. Ed Sheeran, ladies and gentlemen, been on fine form this morning. Now, listen, Ed, because you were on a social media blackout last year, and we know very little about your travels, and we are nosy like that, we thought we'd get through as many of these questions as we possibly could just to find out how it was. So let's begin, shall we?
Yeah.
What was your highlight?
Iceland. I did the Grammys last year, and instead of going to a party, I did my first like splashing out thing, and I was like, I don't want to go to a Grammys party tonight. I want to wake up in Iceland tomorrow. So
Northern Lights?
Yeah, well, yes, but so the story is I got a plane to Iceland, woke up, and landed in Iceland in my Grammy suit, and got straight in
God.
the Blue Lagoon, which I'd managed to...
In your suit?
well, I wasn't in. I took off the skin.
Sorry.
Devil's in the detail for Lila.
I rented out the whole Blue Lagoon till midnight, so it was just me and my in the Blue Lagoon, and it was my birthday that night, so I was just drinking this kind of blue slushy alcohol stuff, getting really drunk in the Blue Lagoon, and then woke up on my birthday, then went hiking the next day, put my foot in a boiling geyser, melted all the skin off my foot.
I bet he was furious, wasn't he?
Hey, had to go to hospital, and then like missed the Northern Light. I woke up and like there was this tannoy thing in the like hotel that we were staying in, and it was like so glad you saw that, folks. Best viewing of the Northern Lights in the last 20 years. And I'd fallen asleep because my body had gone into shock from
flying over from LA and doing all of that stuff.
Well, no,
it was the losing the skin off my foot thing.
Oh, I see.
Okay. It was like a first-degree burn on my foot.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They had to put like fake skin on it and stuff.
Oh, God. Well, I was actually just about to ask you, what was the low light of your year off?
No, that was fine. That's a good memory. Low light of my year off. Do you know what? My year off was really good. I wouldn't take back anything in it. Yeah, I had a good time. I rented a Mini and drove up the coast of Australia. I went to Japan and learned how to ski for the first time.
Wow,
which was hard. I don't know if you guys ski, but I did not enjoy learning. But it's
on Mount Fuji. Did you go up that way and do it all there?
No, it was Hokkaido, which is like really, really, really north, and like no one there is Western at all. So like no one had any.
Yeah,
clue.
Just so you know, I'm actually a qualified ski instructor. So next time you want to learn, it might be better than having a Japanese teacher.
You just keep shocking me.
I fell over so much. I just was not having fun. I was like, this isn't for me.
I'm so sorry that both my co-hosts have pitched in other jobs they can do since you've been on the show. We've got a graphic designer and a ski instructor over here. What was your most cringe moment of all your travels? You said you fall over skiing, you put your foot in a burning geyser, which does sound very painful.
That sounds so painful.
What was the cringe moment?
Oof, I don't know. Oh God, bungee jumping. I hate heights, and I got to Queenstown in New Zealand, and I was like, might as well just do it to see if I can get over my fear. And I still have like falling dreams now, where I just wake up.
The anxiety still.
Oh God, it's the worst thing. And it was done by like 18-year-old lads who were doing the kind of bungee jumping thing, who kind of mess with you a little bit, and when you're standing on the edge will grab you and be like, oh, don't fall, mate. And like
that's so horrible.
And they'll before they push you, they're like, right, do you want to count in? And you're like, yeah, I want to count in. And they go, right, 3, and then just push you.
Isn't that like against health and safety?
So that was my low light.
You've made me shudder.
There's a video on Facebook of a guy just about to do a bungee jump, and they pranked him, and they've got another rope which isn't attached to anything, and they're like 3, 2, 1. No! And then they throw the spare rope as he's falling, and he's just like, no!
That's evil!
Oh, that is evil. Right.
Can you imagine?
Ed's been sharing his stories of his travels. We've got plenty more to talk to Ed Sheeran about. Get in touch. #Ed on Capital. Here is Zara Larsson.
I didn't know that.
We should rehearse this, shouldn't we?
Oh, am I on now?
Yeah, you're on now, right
You're
now.
listening out. Wait.
Okay, one more time we're feeling.
Oh, you're listening out for the next song we play. James Arthur, that's our cash track, and every other song we play until then is worth £100. Sorry.
Yes, well done. Thank you, Ed. When you hear it, text the word cash to 83958.
Texts are going to cost you £1 plus your standard network rate. Lines will close when the song finishes. If you text before or after, you won't be entered, but you might still be charged. You have got to be over 18 for this. All the rules are online at capitalfm.com.
Yes, now you could be chosen at random, and if you are, you will need the phrase that pays, which is, Ed?
Capital, give me the cash.
No, that's not, that is it, but you need to, like, give it...
Capital, give me the cash.
Yes.
Yes, that's the one. Capital Breakfast Cash Call. Very much on. Count the songs to find out how much cash you could be winning. Don't forget, you're listening out for the next song that we play by James Arthur. Windy with highs of 11. We wish you all the best. And co-hosting with us today, Ed Sheeran, bringing a smile to all our faces, even on Tube Strike Day. Cheers, Ed. Have a big mouthful of beans, Ed.
I've never been given a fried breakfast on air. It's really nice.
Is it nice? We're all sharing breakfast. This is nice, isn't it?
This is
Ed's got a vat of ketchup. I thought it was a smoothie.
I always, whenever I go to a restaurant and I'll ask for ketchup, I'm just like, think about what you think would be the right amount and triple it.
I like
Because
that.
they never bring the right amount.
So you're happy with the Capital ketchup?
The
sachet. They really
You got like
angrily.
loads of chips and they give you a sachet and you're just like, well, thanks, can I have the whole bottle now?
Yeah,
please?
what's this going to do?
On the phone now, Ed, we've got Eloise. Good morning, Eloise.
Good morning.
How you doing, Eloise? Welcome to the show.
Doing great. Right, I've got a question.
Okay, all right, Eloise, let's cut to the chase, shall we?
I got Dave.
Right, shut up, Dave. Go on, I've got a question.
Take it away.
I was wondering, Ed, have you got any new tattoos since when you were gone?
We're just talking about this.
Yeah, I've got a fair few actually. You will see them relatively soon, I think. But yeah, I got them in places that really, really hurt, like my side. You know, like where your little love handles are.
Yeah.
That is the most painful place to get a tattoo.
Is it?
And I got it like proper block colour, and he was just sort of digging it in and digging it in and digging it in.
Are we going to see them in the Shape of You video?
Yes.
Okay, is the Shape of You video got the treatment that it's got and the idea that it's got just to showcase your cool new tattoos?
No, because I was meant to wear a t-shirt, and then the director, when I was taking off my t-shirt to put on the t-shirt, he was just like, "Nah, we'll just have it like that."
Did Kevin do these?
Yes, he did.
He did. He did that.
Did he? Good lad.
Oh, I love that you have the same tattoo artist. That's nice, isn't it?
So showbiz.
So, Eloise, how are you doing today? What's going on in your world? How are you?
I'm good. I was also wondering, is my birthday on Saturday and I'm going to be 17? Can Ed sing me a birthday song?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Eloise. Happy birthday to you. I'm going to have another mouthful.
There you go, Eloise.
He did the whole of that, just holding a fork with baked beans and a sausage on it.
Happy birthday to Eloise, and thank you very much indeed for tuning in to Capital Breakfast.
Yeah, thanks, Eloise. Right, Ed, but you always name your guitars, right? You've had Lloyd, Felix, Cyril, Nigel. I actually do this with my
Great
houseplants.
names.
I've got Claude the houseplant and
houseplant.
Servius Snape the houseplant. But what is this guitar called?
I stopped naming my guitars because I kept breaking them, and you can't name things you kill.
Oh.
No, although I keep naming my houseplants and they keep dying. So.
Like your Christmas tree, Bob.
I think we should change that. Ed, can the Capital Breakfast listeners christen the new guitar for you?
Of course they can, as long as it's. You need to pick a name of someone that you know is a little bit awkward.
Okay, so do you know anybody awkward? Do you want Ed to name his guitar after that person? Let us know at Capital London using the hashtag Ed on Capital.
Capital's cash call 300.
Word about his travels. Right now, you very kindly allowed our listeners, our dear listeners, to name your guitar. Something you claimed you stopped doing because once you named them and gave them personality, it hurt you to break them.
Aww. Well, Olivia's tweeted us and she says, "Name your guitar after me, Olivia, because I'm the most awkward person I know."
Oh, this is one of the rules. You want the guitar to be named after the most awkward person
No,
they
but
know.
the guitar also has to be male because the guitars take a beating, and I'd rather.
Okay. So, Olivia, close but no cigar, unfortunately.
Sorry, Olivia, but it's all in the best intentions.
Kieran's tweeted us saying, what about naming your guitar Eddie Redmayne? He's awkward.
Is he? Isn't he? He seems quite.
It's like a bit of a dude to me.
Yeah.
Marissa says, my guitar name suggestion for someone awkward is George Paul Shelley.
Oh. I mean, I'm going to second that. I'm going to second that. I'm not awkward.
Hang on a second.
Oh, I'm not awkward. Okay.
Jane says, hashtag Ed on Capital. What about Alfred?
I do like Alfred. I do like Alfred. Yeah.
What about, this is from Mads, hashtag Ed on Capital. Kevin.
Well, Kevin's my security guard. He's not that awkward. Well, actually, he kind of is.
He's a little bit awkward. Yeah. I remember it was on this one of the first times you came to join us here on Capital Breakfast that producer Rich nearly broke Nigel. Do you remember that when we saw Nigel in slow-mo slide down the wall and go cracking against the floor, and we thought,
maybe that happens a lot though. I wouldn't care about that.
So we're saying Alfred is kind of winning at the moment.
Say Alfred or George. Let's let the listeners vote.
Okay. Guys, vote. I want it to be George. Come on.
At Capital London, we're going to put a Twitter poll up. Should Ed Sheeran name his latest guitar Alfred or George? It's up to you. Now, coming up next as part of your co-hosting duties, you, my friend, are going to do the travel.
Oh, yes.
Lila's here to help you out. We're going to do it in a few minutes' time.
All right.
Yeah,
I've not been very good at being a good host up until now.
Do you know, you've been a fabulous guest, but a rubbish co-host, Ed. That is true to say.
At least Lila and I know we're not going to lose our jobs. So.
No, are you up for doing the travel?
Yeah, of course.
Well, I was thinking because you've brought your new guitar, you can either read it normally in your best travel reader's voice, or you can maybe sing it, or do it however you want.
Every time I've done that though, recently it's been quite awkward and
Did you
it's not been as yet. No, but I used to do it a lot in the early days, and doing it recently, I've just not been that good at it.
Well, this is the day that's going to change. Yeah. Ed is going to decide whether he's delivering the travel musically or just through his wonderful speaking voice.
I think I've already decided, Dave.
I think you have as well. Find out next.
Capital.
Award-winning broadcaster to say the following sentence aloud. With your travel update, here's Ed Sheeran.
There's a limited service now on the District, Northern, Jubilee, Piccadilly, Central and Bakerloo lines. Wow. Everything else remains suspended. Even though some lines are partly running, many stations within Zone 1 will stay shut, including all stations within the Circle Line boundary. There is no interchange at some major stations, including Victoria, King's Cross and Waterloo. There's an extra 150 buses running across town, but expect queues at bus stops. You are being advised not to travel on peak hours, especially throughout the mornings or rush hour. And on the roads, because of the strike, all major routes into central London are heavy, including the A13, A12, that's my road to Suffolk, the A4 and the A40.
Thank you very much indeed, Ed Sheeran.
Capital's Cash Call.
£600, which is what we are giving away on the Capital Breakfast Cash Call. Ed Sheeran spent that song Painting. You're going to have to work out what was the title of his favourite song of 2016. Just search out Capital London on Facebook and have your guesses. You've moved into using the colours now, Ed. This is nice.
Yeah. The background. This is one of my favourite songs. I couldn't think fast enough, and but the clue is you have played it this morning.
Okay, we have played this morning.
It's a self-portrait at the moment, and it says "Feed me," and he's holding his tummy.
It's making me feel really nostalgic. Do you remember Art Attack?
Yeah. Yeah. Go on.
I don't know, like Buchanan.
The wet paint and the smell. It just reminds me of.
We're going to go out into the car park afterwards, and Ed's going to do a giant painting of something using towels.
Made out of our clothes.
Right now, Ed. We're about to play the Vodafone Big Top 40 #1, which just so happens to be your brand new single, Shape of You.
Accidents.
Is it about anybody? Is it about somebody you met on your travels? Is it about somebody you once knew?
It's about a lot of things, but I really wanted to make a song that was kind of had the same sort of vibe as the the songs that are like, I really like sort of like Dancing With You and I Like Your Body and stuff, but I didn't like the kind of. I like the line I'm in love with the shape of you, because shapes and sizes.
Well, it is a beautiful line.
Yeah, it's a lovely notion. Is it true that you originally wrote it thinking it's for Rihanna?
Rihanna?
I started it thinking it was for, and then part way into it, I was like.
Ed, sorry, mate. I know that you're really into your watercolours right now, but if you could lean in a bit. Thank you. Because I really want to hear. So was it for Riri or...?
I started it thinking it was for so I'm painting.
He's so preoccupied.
You shouldn't have let me do this.
No, here's something you learned new about
halfway through I was like, I would like to keep this because
it's really good.
Yes.
So at what point when you write a song, what point do you like say, okay, I'm going to give this to another artist?
I usually sometimes I'll go in and be like, I'm going to write specifically for that person, and then sometimes I'll finish a song and it goes into this little thing on my laptop called Song Jail, which is not going on any one of my albums, and it sort of stays in Song Jail for a while, and then someone will come to me and be like, have you got any songs? And then I'll have a look in the Song Jail and then release one of the inmates.
This is brilliant.
What an amazing analogy. Thinking of other artists, we love Zara Larsson and Anne-Marie on Capital Breakfast. They've been in a lot. You've been working with them recently? Is that for the new album?
Not for mine, no. And I don't know if either are on theirs, but I did do 2 sessions, and they're really talented. I've never been in the studio with 2 sort of new singers who just nail it the first time.
Really?
And they literally walked in, sung it, and then walked out, and I was like, wow, that was... they sung it well as well.
Tiny Temper said the same when he was working with Zara. He said she just nailed it better than he could have imagined, then left.
Well, her vocals are amazing. I was just showing Ed earlier the video of her when she was 10 on Sweden's Got Talent.
Oh, she was so good.
Definitely just got paint on your microphone.
Oh, that's okay.
That's okay. Don't move it. We'll sell it. Put it on eBay.
Listen, we're going to let Ed carry on with his watercolours while we listen to the Vodafone Big Top 40 #1. Here it is, Ed Sheeran, Shape of You on Capital Breakfast. Ed Sheeran, that is Shape of You on Capital Breakfast.
Thank you.
No, we absolutely love
you
it.
Guys.
Everybody does. Now, hashtag Ed on Capital is trending on Twitter. Get in touch anytime you like at Capital London. And the last thing we put on there was a Twitter poll because Ed very kindly said you could name his latest guitar. Was it going to be Alfred or was it going to be named after our very own George?
Oh, wait, what was it?
Okay, I can reveal that in the lead with 54% of the votes, it's George!
Yay!
So it's official, Ed Sheeran now has a guitar called George Shelley.
I feel honoured.
I mean,
feel honoured.
it does look like a George, to be honest.
It's got a bit of a George about it.
I need to give it a cuddle.
Ed is going to be
don't break
playing
it.
with George live on the show a little
Guys,
later on this morning.
Look at this, it's George.
How do you feel about other people touching your guitars, Ed? Don't look very happy about it.
That's all right.
You sure?
Yeah. I'm just concerned that it's a girl as well. And we've called it George Shelley, but you know.
All of Ed's guitars are men.
No,
We've
it's a boy.
established that.
Sorry,
No, that's fine. Right now, it is time for this.
Capital.
Give me the cash! Give me the cash! Give me the cash!
Yes, and right now on the line, picked at random, we have Kate in Ingatstone. Good morning to you, Kate.
Good morning, Daddy, George and Lila. Hi, Ed.
Hey.
Ingatstone's where the rail replacement goes when you would take the bus back to Suffolk. I spend a lot of time in Ingatstone.
You give him one travel update to do, and this is what you get.
So, Kate in Ingatstone, you texted us during the Cash track. Can you tell us what that was?
It was James Arthur, Say You Won't Let Go.
That's the one, and it was the sixth song we played after 8 o'clock. So right now, on your new year, we have got £600 for you to kick off January with.
So,
Dry January is no longer Dry January, is it?
Oh no, it's over. It's over for you, Kate.
to get your hands on that £600, all you need to do now is give me, Dave, Lila, and Ed the phase that pays.
Capital, give me the cash.
All in one. You just won £600 on Capital Breakfast Cash Call. Well done, Kate.
Oh my God, thank you, thank you.
That is our pleasure. What are you going to do with the money, Kate? Had any time to think about it?
Put it behind the bar and let all your mates go wild.
Maybe a holiday?
Maybe a holiday.
Maybe a holiday?
Ed, any tips for Kate?
I'd say go to your local, stick it behind the bar, and just let everyone have a shot.
Oh, what a wonderful idea. Kate, thanks for tuning in to Capital Breakfast. Enjoy your holidays, enjoy your shots. Make sure you keep it Capital. There's another chance for you to win just after 11 with Ant Payne.
Capital Breakfast.
With Dave Berry, George and Lila.
Capital.
As always. And earlier this morning, we said that we'd hidden a wig somewhere in London. And if you could find that wig, we would then invite you into the studio to watch an acoustic performance by Ed, which we're all going to enjoy.
Yeah.
And maybe even get to ask the man a question. And our winners have arrived. It is Emma and Ebony. Good morning, Emma. Good morning, Ebony.
And we do want to make
morning.
we do want to make a shout out to your college because you are going to be late, and we want to tell the college that you are going to be late.
Thanks.
So which college?
Shout out to Colchester Institute, yeah.
Colchester
The
Institute.
music department.
They will not be turning up till at least midday.
But you are planning on turning up, though, right?
I'm planning on turning up, but I may be a bit late.
Okay, so you're a big Ed Sheeran fan.
I told my teacher I was at the doctor's.
Oh, really?
That's believable now.
You're big Ed Sheeran fans.
Yeah, a little bit. Who's he?
Do you? He's that guy sat right there. Do you have a question for Ed? Do you just want to stare at Ed? What do you want to do with Ed?
Both.
Okay, you're just going to stare at Ed. And what would you like to ask him?
What do you want to do with
Can you
Ed?
just write me a note, please, for my teacher, just so I can give this in and be like...
Of course, I'll write you a note that's like it will work again and again and again. It will just.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool, so I can
just be like
reuse it.
whenever you
Oh, like
see
a
this
repeat
note,
prescription.
Yeah, that's cool.
Just know
Just
something.
photocopy loads of them.
Whenever you see this note, just know that something more interesting is going on.
Okay, that's cool.
You did just ask him to pay your congestion fee, though, which I thought was absolutely amazing.
It was worth a try. I mean,
Exactly.
£7 parking in London, who knew?
I know,
Yeah,
it's
who
outrageous.
knew?
Come on, Ed.
It is.
Okay, come on, pin on me.
And Ed said he would happily do it, but he's only got his card with him today, so what a generous soul he is. Listen, Ed, you're going to play acoustically for us right now. For Emma, for Ebony. What are you going to do? Which one are you going to play?
Castle on the Hill, I thought. If that's all right.
Are you going to play it on your new guitar, which, can I just say, is called George Shelley?
George. It is
Yes.
called George.
Okay, in that case, Ed, it gives great pleasure to say take it away.
When I was 6 years old, I broke my leg. I was running from my brother and his friends. Tasted the sweet perfume of the mountain grass I rolled down. I was younger then. Take me back to when I found my heart, broke it here, made friends and lost them through the years. And I've not seen the roaring fields in so long. I know I've grown, but I can't wait to go home. I'm on my way, driving at 90 down those country lanes, singing to Tiny Dancer, and I miss the way you make me
15 years old and smoking hand-rolled cigarettes. Running from the law through the backfields and getting drunk with my friends. Had my first kiss on a Friday night. I don't reckon that I did it right, but I was younger then. Take me back to when we found weekend jobs, and when we got paid, we'd buy cheap spirits and drink them straight. Me and my friends have not thrown up in so long. Oh, how we've grown. But I can't wait to go home. I'm on my way, driving at 90 down those country lanes, singing to Tiny Dancer, and I miss the way you make me feel. Yeah, it's real when we watch the sunset over the castle on the hill. We watch the sunset over the castle on the hill. One friend left to sell clothes, and one works down by the coast. One had 2 kids but lives alone. One's brother overdosed. One's already on his second wife, and one's just barely getting by. These people raised me, and I can't wait to go home, and I'm on my way. I still remember these old country lanes when we did not know the answers, and I miss the way you make me feel. And it's real when we watch the sunset over the castle on the hill. We watch the sunset over the castle on the hill. We watch the sunset over the castle on the hill.
Ed Sheeran!
That was incredible.
That was amazing.
Wow.
Oh,
Thanks, Ed. How good did that sound?
So good.
Emma, Ebony, yeah? Loving that. Ed, listen, thank you so much for co-hosting us with this morning.
Thank you.
It's always such a pleasure to see you. Welcome back. I speak on behalf of all music fans. It's great having you back.
It's good to be back. I've missed you.
Well,
it's nice to come in
And
with
you've been a brilliant presenter.
Yeah, you have.
Have I, though?
Well, you read it. I reckon I might be out of a job. You read the travel better than I do.
We can just swap jobs. It's fine. I'm happy to play George.
You know what I mean? Listen, Ed, congratulations on the success with the 2 singles. We can't wait for the album. You're welcome back anytime you know that. Please give it up for Ed Sheeran, everybody.
Thank you so much.